Hey everyone, Jennifer Schaus here, coming to you live today from Washington, D.C., and thanks for joining us in our complimentary webinar series. We are covering big tech in federal government contracting. We're featuring a variety of companies, 15 in total, that are doing business with the federal government. All of our webinars are recorded. You can find them on our YouTube channel, along with many other government contracting webinars. It's complimentary to follow the channel and subscribe, as well as download the videos. If you take 2 minutes to hop over to YouTube, you'll be alerted before email when today's recording is uploaded. In the event that you're watching the live video here on YouTube, give us a like, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, a little bit about us. We're based in downtown DC, as I mentioned. Got 20 plus years of experience, and we primarily work with established government contractors selling products, services, or software to the federal government. We help them navigate the market through market analysis reports, as well as GSA schedule support. Separate from that, we've got a newsletter that goes out every Monday, reaching 35,000 plus subscribers, most of which are government contractors. We offer advertising spots in the newsletter, as well as sponsorships at our events and in our webinars, which you'll hear from our sponsors in just a moment. If you want more information about advertising or sponsoring, please send us an email to the hello@jenniferschaus.com email address, which you can find there in your lower right-hand corner. Okay, a little bit about the series. So again, as I mentioned, we're covering big tech, so the tech titans in each session, and these are Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. Everything is, again, complimentary recorded. Find it on YouTube. Find the PowerPoints over on SlideShare. That's also a complimentary site, and you can log into SlideShare using your LinkedIn credentials. And again, today's slides will be on SlideShare. So if you subscribe to that them in a moment. So our in-kind sponsors and partners, we absolutely need to thank our friends over at GovEvents. That's the premier platform for posting events and webinars, and you can find all of our recordings there as well. As far as diversity, and provide assistance for aspiring government contractors in the form of counseling, training, and mentorship. They also offer matchmaking events. We encourage you to go to their website or call them or send an email using the information that you see there on your screen. Okay, our corporate sponsors, C3, FedBiz Access, Federal Publication Seminars, GovPro AI, WorkPlan, and R. Turner Consulting. So first we want to thank FedBiz Access, FedBiz Access Advantage. FedBiz Access empowers small businesses with the tools, resources, and expertise needed to succeed in the federal marketplace. With over 23 years of experience, the team has helped clients secure over $34.7 billion in awards. They guide businesses through the complexities of government contracting with innovative marketing solutions, personalized support, and a steadfast commitment to success. By fostering strong relationships and delivering exceptional results, they've become a trusted partner for businesses seeking to expand their federal contracting opportunities. Experience the FedBiz Access difference and unlock your potential today. Call them directly at 844-631-7121. C3 Integrated Solutions. If you're thinking about getting in on big tech contracts with the DoD, you need to prepare for CMMC, compliance, could be a requirement as soon as the spring of 2025, so it's important to start now. No matter where you are in the process, whether you're still in the planning mode or you've started and stopped, C3 can help. C3 provides a prescribed path to compliance that relieves 80% of all of your CMMC Level 2 assessment objectives, including 100% of all IT-related objectives, and supports you through the remaining 20%. Ensure your competitive advantage, lock in valuable DoD contracts, and get started with CMMC today. Contact C3 for more information by visiting their website, which you can see there on your screen. Federal Publication Seminars. For over 65 years, Federal Publication Seminars, FPS, has been the premier provider of government contracts training, widely regarded as the industry's gold standard. Expert-led courses offer comprehensive education for all levels, from beginners to advanced professionals, covering essential, up-to-date topics crucial to government contracting. Learn more about FPS and their training solutions at fedpubseminars.com. R. Turner Consulting. R. Turner Consulting is a GovCon growth consultancy delivering the full spectrum of business development, capture, and proposal services from a team of experienced consultants led by Mr. Robert Turner. The firm's offerings include fixed price IDIQ proposals, curated market intelligence, delivering scalable pipeline support, FPDS Plus, which is a free GovCon procurement data analytics application, and in September 2024, RFQ Plus AI. It's an AI-driven subscription delivering qualified IDIQ task orders to your inbox with your own personal AI assistant that works for you on your document collection and keeps your data private. Our Turner Consulting helps you bid smarter and win more. GovPro AI. GovPro AI is revolutionizing government contracting. They transform your past proposals into a powerful AI engine, delivering customized pink team drafts in just 48 hours. By cutting drafting time by 70% and reducing costs by half, GovPro AI allows you to focus on what truly matters, strategy and win themes. Their human-in-the-loop approach ensures compliance and quality, while seamlessly integrating with your existing processes. Built by GovCon experts for GovCons, they truly understand your challenges. Want to boost your win rates and expand your federal business? Visit GovPro AI today and schedule a demo and see how they can supercharge your proposal processes. The future of government contracting is here. Don't get left behind. WorkPlan. WorkPlan is a modern cloud-based ERP system hosted by Amazon Web Services that allows federal contractors to efficiently run and grow their businesses. It was built by federal contractors for contractors. WorkPlan allows contractors to remain FAR and DCAA compliant. Additionally, it allows remote access through desktop, cell phone, iPad, or laptop. Gain actionable insights from reports that cover multi-year contracts, multiple periods, the entire enterprise, or drill down for more details. Report on direct and indirect project cost and project profitability in real time. Learn more and request a demo at workplan.com. Okay, our series speaker is Ms. Archisa Meehan. She's with Fed Consult. Archisa, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here and look forward to this series. And for those who don't know me, I previously worked as head of federal at Fed9 and GovSpan. And last month, I decided to start my own business, Fed Consult, where we basically, it's a strategic consulting firm based in the federal space, and we help companies with competitive analysis, marketing strategy focused on government, contracting, and more. So excited to be here.
Great, thanks, Archisa. It's great to have you back. And today we're going to cover Twitter. Well, I'm sorry, formerly Twitter, today X. We've got some basic company information that I'll run through, and then I'm going to hand the reins back over to Archisa. So a little bit about X that I'm sure most people are familiar with. If you navigate to this part of the website, which most people probably have not seen, it actually took me a couple minutes to figure out how to get there. You can look at a little bit about the company, some company news, their priorities. It's pretty basic information, not as robust as, let's say, what you would find on Google or Amazon or Facebook. But as far as X, you will find all of the departments, including Department of Defense, that all have a presence on X, just as we did on LinkedIn, as well as LinkedIn and Facebook as well. Some AI initiatives which we're looking at for all of the companies that we're covering in this series. X has their Grok 2 platform. And there's a little bit of information here that you can see from these screenshots. I'd encourage you to go over to their website to learn a little bit more about that. There's nothing specific to the public sector, whether it was state and local government, universities and education, or even federal, but I just felt it was important to give you a clear picture of what they're doing in the AI space. When we go over to LinkedIn, they do have a presence there. This was as close as we could get to a business or government or public sector platform. You will still find pages, live pages on LinkedIn for Twitter, Twitter for business, Twitter for marketing. I didn't feel it was necessary to pull those up, but encourage you, if you are in this space and looking to potentially work with X in any way, shape, or form, that you follow their company and learn as much as you can about them. Stock price is going to be irrelevant because they are publicly held as of November 27th, 22. So they had a ticker, they had a presence on the stock market, New York Stock Exchange, for about 9 years. And then when Elon Musk purchased the company in 2022, that had sunset. So here's kind of what their stock price looked like when it was active, just, as just FYI. Lobbying information will be irrelevant more or less as well. The last year that we looked at, the full year, was 850,000. So not a ton of money spent there. You can see at the height of their lobbying spend was back in 2021. And then obviously has declined significantly since then. 2024 is not complete because that is the year that we are in. So just FYI on that. On their website, just for reporting purposes and compliance, they still have their lobbying disclosure. So if you want more information really on what and where and how they were spending the lobbying dollars, you can click on any of those reports. Again, that's on the X website. And we're going to go back to Arshisa here. We'll look at their SAM.gov profile. So I'll put myself on mute, and Arshisa, it's all yours.
Perfect, thank you. Yes, so again, you know, I think one of the things that we've noticed is that a lot of these companies that are focused on social media, it's always interesting to go and try and find contracts and awards that they might have won. So Twitter Inc. is registered in SAM.gov. That is their SAM UI. Next slide, please. And the next one. Looking at their profile, the only contract that we could find, and I'm going back to 2020, is at the United States Agency for Global Media. And it's actually for Voice of America digital social media advertising for Twitter. And if you guys remember, I want to say it was last week.
Yes.
And we had a similar thing where it was the same, almost like the same amount, I feel, for the company we did last week, if I mistake not. So I don't know, Jennifer, if you want to add anything to that, but
yep, I was just going to say,
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems there's a lot of similarities between last week, which was Facebook or Meta,
right,
and US AGM, formerly BBG, Broadcasting Board of Governors, and similar type of work. And we're going to see some additional similarities as well.
Right, I know. So if I go to the next slide, which is just looking at other relevant federal contract, I wanted to quickly talk a little bit about the NAICS codes. Again, you know, the NAICS code is the Internet Publishing Broadcasting. That's the 519130. And the PSC code, I guess, is more of what they do in terms of that it's an advertising service, PSC code of R701. Next slide, please. I then wanted to go a little bit into the subcontracts that were won by Twitter. And you could see that this is, again, very similar to what we saw with Meta last week. It's the subcontracts with Accenture. Keep in mind that the subcontract data is always self-reported. The data is available from USA spending, and it really comes from FSRS. So we can see that between Accenture and Accenture Federal, which is another subsidiary of Accenture, Twitter got about like 480,000 in subcontracts. If I go to the next slide.
Yep, and I was just going to say we
Yeah.
saw last week also with Facebook that their work was with Accenture, and so yeah,
Accenture.
a lot of similarities here.
Yes, yes. And I think even the agencies are a little similar, though the awards might be a little different. Department of Education has a prime contract to Accenture for an enterprise wide digital and customer care solutions. And they did a subcontract to Twitter in fiscal year 21 for support of contract statement of work. That's really what it says, support of contract statement of work. So I thought it's helpful for me to give you some, context into what the prime contract was for. And then with Department of Homeland Security, Accenture Federal has a human resources consulting contract, and they gave a subcontract to Twitter for about a little more than 25,000. So that is the subcontract detail that I wanted to go into. If we go to the next slide, we can see what the NAICS codes that were used. And again, it sort of ties in with the education, which was for the enterprise-wide computer systems, and the health, Homeland Security, which was for human resources. So a couple of NAICS codes right there for the subcontracts. Let's go to the next slide. I actually thought about searching for the IT program initiatives. And for those of you who are not aware, the IT programs, and if you are in the IT business, would really recommend you spend time on looking at the IT program initiatives that are out there. There's a lot of really cool, interesting information that you find. So again, this is all, I'm pulling all the data from GovSpend, which aggregates all the federal data sets. But, you could see that Air Force has about almost 29 million that was funded for FY24, which is falling a little bit in 25 to 1.17 million. But it's really the messaging and collaboration services that's being created for Air Force. And it's going to be looking at the social networking sources such as Twitter. And it's really, I thought it's interesting and important for us to know what's going on. So this is one of the IT program initiatives. The next slide has a different one for the Department of Interior for social media management information tools. And again, it's a pretty small contract at about $1 million, but it's, at least we have transparency in terms of what the Department of Interior is doing to schedule content and manage it and things like that. So it's always interesting that, this is what they're using to manage various sites, including Twitter. And then the last one that I saw was at the Navy. And again, it's for managing all the social media platforms, specifically YouTube, Twitter, and it's $500,000. So again, not much, but at least we're seeing a few things. So I thought it would be interesting and helpful to see this. So I think that's all the information that I have right now for Twitter.
Right, and this very interesting program. So maybe dig a little bit deeper, and perhaps these contracts will grow. It looks like there's a little bit of growth from 2023 to as the years go on. So
yes.
What was I going to say? And as far as subcontracts that X has to, we'll say, quote unquote, parse out, there was no data available there, and probably nothing to report, actually.
Right.
Right. Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
wrap it up here with federal sector news. And just as a FYI, our reporting is as extensive as the company's footprint is in the federal space, and some of these companies tend to have a more application in the federal sector versus others. So these are just some snapshots of headlines that we saw. So just that, and keep in mind the date here. This is from May, so more than a year ago. But basically just kind of how they're working with public sector accounts. Some of the information on Twitter, again, these go back to early 2023 and late 2023. A little bit more relevant information here, or more current information here 2 weeks ago, and then also earlier in March. Some of the content censoring and other issues that these platforms face. That is all that we have. Archie's, anything to add here before we close it out?
No, not much to add here, but I think next week's Microsoft will be a lot more information and a lot to discuss.
Right, more robust, and they've got more applications versus some of these platforms. But who knows what happens in the future? So
Yes.
thanks again to GovSpend for the great data. Thanks to Archie Zamihan over at Fed Consult. Again, if you're watching today's webinar on YouTube, give us a like, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And we hope that you'll join us next week as we cover Microsoft. Again, all of our webinars are complimentary. They're recorded. Get the recordings on our website or on the YouTube channel. You can get the PowerPoints over on slideshare.net by logging on with your LinkedIn credentials. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.